I swear nothing is better than to see Guts grabbing that dragon's leg and just plowing it through fucking 8 of those fucking demons. Oh my god, it's always the best thing. Now here's something we have to compliment on an aesthetic front. I know, like a lot of people saying like, oh, we've given up hope on anything ever looking good in Berserk. I know, but one of my favourite moments, especially in this episode, is right at the end, is when Guts is running with Puck, trying to get to that demon hole where all those fucking, like, all those religious crazy fanatics are there, and like Guts is like running first person, jumping all the way down, and it's him going around like slashing people and beating the shit, and I was like, that looks really actually fucking good. It's like, this is what you should be using the fucking, like, the CG for. You should be using it for, like, awesome moments like this. But it's like, no, you're gonna, like, result it. And it's like, so I'm gonna actually, like, just, that's the way I'm gonna give the compliments right there, because I thought that was a very cool action scene. I definitely did like that a lot. And just seeing all the blood splatter everywhere, and I was like, oh, I know I have, like, a seemingly an aggressive boner, like, all this blood and gore, but it's Berserk. You gotta respect everything about it. That's just simple, clear facts. Everyone knows that Berserk manga is the fucking best. We know that. Like, that's just straight up. But I will have to give my comeuppance to the anime for doing something right on there on the aesthetic front. So yeah, everyone's a little bit worried now about what happened to like Casca after she just literally like went nuts and all those demons came around her, and it's like, okay, they're gonna start worshipping her as a witch now. We've got to kind of like lay our heads low. But then that piece of shit Nina, it's like, oh, when do we just abandon her? We'll be safe there. What about the witch cults? You know, they're gonna come out and they're gonna burn us, and you know, shit is gonna go down. And she's like, I will slap you again. I will fucking backhand you, bitch. She's like that. None of that stuff. This is why I love like her so much, because it's like, no, we're not having any of this shit. Like, shut your mouth, Nina. We ain't having none of that like that. I'm gonna backhand you like that if you're gonna try and do any shit like that. And I was like, oh, this girl's the best prostitute, you know, that you could ever have and all that, because she's a very respectable woman as well, even though the fact that she knows she has to do dirty deeds regardless of what. And Guts is just like running like literal like fucking a million miles an hour, like trying to get to him. It's like, I'm coming, like, just hang on. And even when he gets there, it's like one of like her girls and all that, one of the prostitute's girls was like getting captured and saying like, oh, you're a heretic and shit like that, and she goes and protects her, and it's like, no. And luckily Guts comes around and teaches these pieces of dog shit, these like holy iron chain knights and fucking manners, cuts like 2 of them off their horses, and it's just like, where's Casca? Where's my girl? And then Nina has to go and say like, oh, let's run away together, it will be safe. Oh no, we immediately get like attacked by the fanatics immediately, and Isidro like had to like go there and it's like, alright, I'm gonna follow him, go back him up. Puck, you're my eyes and ears in this shit, right, we're getting there. Go back, tell Guts what's happening, I'm gonna deal with them. And I love like, it's like all these just random naked old men is just like throwing rocks in their eyes and shit like that, and it's like, oh, we're gonna offer up like the heart and all that to the goat head man, and it's like, oh, we're gonna stab like you and shit like that, and it's like, no, we ain't having none of that bullshit from there. And then it's literally, oh, then Casca starts going nuts, all the demons start coming around, people start turning into a holy iron chain, get like cahoots of this, and it's like, we're gonna go there now. And slightly that asshole as well, like that Jericho guy, like did survive, he did manage to live throughout there, and you're thinking like, how did he survive the fall like that? And it's like, you know, questions are brewing there, and it's like, you know, there's something weird with him, but it seems like he still got his conscious, so it's like, there's some weird shit going around there, like what's going on. And then even like there was like that weird thing you saw again, that demon thing, just like it poked the goat man, where it was like it was a human at first, and then he poked it and actually turned him into a goat minotaur looking thing, where it's like it had an actual snake penis that time, which was concerning. Very, very concerning, I've got to admit, throughout that. And I'm like, yeah, just keep doing this shit and all that, like, you're gonna enjoy it. And I'm like, wow, it's just like, and then literally grabbing Casca, like, with the snake penis thing, and just like wrapping it around her, and she's starting having a nervous breakdown, because this is reminding her of the god hand. She's only just experienced this again, like, Jesus Christ, like, how many times she's got, like, been nearly raped in this arc? She's been like nearly raped like 3 times already, like coming into this, and then he just Guts comes in a badass action scene, slicing and dicing motherfuckers, takes 8 of them. I repeat, 8 motherfuckers with one. I don't know, like, if people know about this, especially with like people like watch anime and all that, and they're so used to like just swords cleaning through everything and all that. And Guts with the Dragon Slayer, if you don't know how much force that has to propel you to even cut a human body like that in half, and yet, well, like you think about it, it's like, that's 8 dudes, and he's still got the speed, he's still got the force and all that. how much of a fucking swing do you have to do that. That has to be like, you gotta be firing like cannonball speeds to like take care of that shit, because that was fucking, ooh, like just like amount of that where you just take these beast things off and it's like, cut that snake fucking like horrible snake minosaur thing like dick on, and it's like, yeah, let's go. And that's the end of the episode. I do like kind of like, even though it was like CGI, it's not as good as the manga panel, I do really like that scene of him like with the cloak coming back and he's looking at Casca and it's like, you're finally reunited after so long, and it was like, it's finally like we get to see it. Although we have been having a lot of shitty news with Berserk lately, meaning to the fact that now after this and all that, we're already like halfway through the series, like already from this adaptation, since they said it was going to be 12. Like we don't know if they're going to continue at all, which I think we're getting such a negative like backlash on it. I don't think they will. I don't know, like this has been definitely good, but definitely I'd say like episode 7 on a like just on an animation wise and all that definitely seemed like an improvement, but they were just like weird scenes when you were seeing with like the girls especially. It's like, why is like the side girls, like the other characters that are like, they're not in CGI but they're in like actual normal 2D animation, and it looks better than kind of like how Guts and the others look, and I was like, just do that. Like that was always weird. So I don't like it when they meld the two together, because it just looks so like clunky and jointed. But like definitely, like I think like this one, it took until episode 7 to get one bit of CGI that I really liked. I thought that was like a really nice use of it. But even so, you know, exactly what I always say about that stuff and all that. You know that we wanted like a true adaptation and all that. But still, I'm kind of getting a little bit annoyed that it sounds like the show's now going to be rushed now. So that kind of upsets me. But then again, I think like this arc is about 6 volumes, but then again, like there's about 9-10 chapters in there, so we'll have to wait and see. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, what you think about this Berserk episode. And that is all from me though, ladies and gentlemen, so thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you beautiful bastards though next time.